Hey guys, what is going on today? BOJoeKO here, back for our NHL YouTubers slash streamers fantasy hockey league, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the week 1 results for our league. So, as you guys know, I posted that draft video a couple of weeks ago of an hour and 45 minutes. Congrats to you guys that watched that. We got over almost 1,500 views on that video, which is honestly impressive. You guys are pretty freaking ridiculous for the people that watched that video. Props to you if you watched the whole thing. But yeah, the first week of our fantasy league has been completed, and I'm going to show you guys the score updates, and then we're going to go in depth of my matchup versus BeSynced for our week 1 matchup. So if you guys do want to go subscribe to BeSynced, his link and all the other members of this league are in the description down below. So to start off, let us take a look at our teams going into this matchup, and then I'll show you guys how they performed, as well as the other matchups that happened during the week. So first off, let's go take a look at all the transactions that did happen during this week, because for each little matchup that you have each week, I was talking to Richard about it, you actually are able to drop or add a total of 5 players per weekly matchup. So I fortunately did not have to drop or add anybody from waivers, but I believe Sync did make some roster moves during that time period. So let me see if I can find some of his additions or subtractions, and we'll see what he did. Okay, so the first one that he did here was on the 8th. He dropped Tyler Bozak and added Robbie Fabry. What else did he do? He dropped Jonathan Bernier and added Brian Elliott, and then he dropped Robbie Fabry and added Craig Smith, which happened yesterday. And I believe that was all that he did this week. So we'll take a look at our team matchups going into this week. So since you guys did watch that draft video, you know, you guys are pretty recognizable of my roster so far. So I'll take a look at the 2016 team that I have you guys right now. Obviously, this is the 12th, so I have Scheifele and Stafford playing currently right now. I'm waiting for Raffle, Straight, and Jaromir Jagr to play later on tonight for those 3 teams. But as you guys can see, here is my team. I took Patrick Kane 10th overall with the 10th overall pick in the draft. So I have Patrick Kane, Henrik Zetterberg, Marian Hossa, Mark Scheifele, Michael Raffle, Drew Stafford, Erik Karlsson, Tyson Barrie, Mark Straight, Ryan Suter, Jaromir Jagr, and then currently on my bench, I have Anze Kopitar, Gustav Nyquist, James Neal, Yuri Laterra, and Adam Larsson. And then my 2 goaltenders are Corey Schneider and Corey Crawford. So as you guys can see with my offense, even though this is my very first hockey fantasy league that I have joined in ever, out of all sports, I did kind of have like a little plan going in my head of how I wanted to draft teams. And I kind of picked a pair of players for each, you know, whoever the best player available was. I kind of tried to pick like a pair of players from each single team. So that's why I have Kane and Hossa on Chicago. I have Zetterberg and Nyquist on Detroit. I have Scheifele and Stafford on Winnipeg. And then I have Straight and Raffle on Philly. The only reason I picked up Raffle was, you know, he's on the first line with Drew Voracek, so I was hoping he'd get some points. Straight, you know, Flyers power play is pretty decent, so he would hopefully get some points. Got Suter to lay down hits, Barrie and Karlsson hopefully to get some offensive touches on defense. Kopitar, he's been really slacking right now. James Neal to get some hits. Larsson, he's really not been great. Laterra's been okay. And yeah, so far I'm not really liking the way Anze Kopitar or Adam Larsson have been playing. They might get dropped eventually, but I'm going to give Kopitar a couple more games to maybe prove himself so far, because he's only got me 2 points total for in 2 games, which is not great. But that's my team. Let's go to the league, and let's take a look at BeSynced's team heading on to our week 1 matchup. And his team name is Parental Guidance. So his team is made up of Evgeny Malkin, Johnny Gaudreau, Nick Foligno, Jack Eichel, Patrick Hornquist, Craig Smith, Kevin Shattenkirk, Alex Pietrangelo, Sammy Vatanen, Ryan Ellis, Phil Kessel, JVR, Brent Seabrook, Nazem Kadri, and Teuvo Teravainen. And then for the goaltenders, he's got Jarl Halak, Martin Jones, and Brian Elliott. So obviously there were some changes, as you guys saw, from the drops and additions to our squads. So let's go take a look at see how our week 1 matchup is going on. So right now I have the week 2 matchups going on right now. I'm playing X-Tech this week. But as you guys can see from the totals here, might as well just do the totals right now since we are on it. I did end up beating Synced in our week 1 matchup by a total of 103 to 74. I actually, how ironic is it that my first freaking league in fantasy and the very first week I go up to, I win my game and I have the most points out of anybody in the league, which was honestly pretty insane. So I beat BeSynced 103 to 74. Richard Head and Miller Time Gaming actually ended up tying with 98.8 points, which is actually pretty insane. Slyman ended up beating Sykes 61.5 to 59.8. Clapperton beat Duke by a ton. Apparently Duke had an injured player playing on his lineup the whole time, so he kind of screwed up there. Best NHL clips ended up being Deke by a couple of points, and then Spence absolutely killed X-Tech in that week 1 matchup as well. So let's go take a look at our full box score for my matchups versus Synced. So it started off on October 7th, and I honestly I put myself in a hole, but until then I just completely ran away with it. So for the first matchups on October 7th, I only had 4 guys playing, like 3 forwards and a goaltender. So I had Patrick Kane, Kopitar, and Hossa playing, and Crawford was in the net. Patty Kane, Kopitar, and Hossa really didn't give me the most points. Kane and Hossa did give me 1 assist on those nights, but then he kind of went away with the first total. He had JVR, Kadri, and Bozak playing in this first game. Bozak didn't get him any points, but JVR and Kadri got him some points just from the amount of shots and hits that each of them were taking on net. Teravainen got him a goal as well. Johnny Hockey got him a couple shots on net and assist, and then he ended up winning with Martin Jones, losing with Jonathan Bernier, and I ended up losing with Corey Crawford. So he took a big lead off the first game, 20.8 to 7.8, so it was down about 13 points going into October 8th. So I started to take a little bit of an initiative on October 8th. This is the night where Drew Stafford, of all players, actually really got me some most points on that night. He got me a goal and an assist. Scheifele got me 3.3. Laterra got me an assist as well. What else? Tyson Barrie and Ryan Suter both got me power play assists, which actually add for a lot. Suter got me 6 hits that night too, so a lot of good points coming right from my defenseman that night. And I had no goaltenders starting at that night either. So my players did give me a nice little bounce back in points. I was still down by a tiny bit, 23.5. What did Sync have this night? He got a nice little outing from Jack Eichel getting his first goal, and it was a power play goal, so he got some more points there. Phil Kessel had a lot of shots on goal. Gino. This was the game that Dallas absolutely mollywopped the Penguins, so the Dallas Stars helped me out on that night for sure, shutting out that Penguin line of Kessel, Malkin, and Hornquist for me, so appreciate that from the Dallas Stars. What else? Shattenkirk and Pietrangelo did okay for him. Ryan Ellis had him a nice game with 3 shots on net and an assist and a power play assist. He had no goaltender starting that night either, so I was still down that night. But then October 9th is rarely where I took a lead. He only got 5.3 points that night, which was nobody really did anything for him that night. Kadri only got him shots on net. Seabrook, same thing with shots on net and hits. He had no goals and no assists from anybody that night. All his points from the October 9th game came from shots on goal and hits, where my side, and he had no goaltenders. He got a point for a goalie start, but Jonathan Bernier didn't get mollywop. This is the game where the Detroit Red Wings and the Chicago Blackhawks really helped me out. Kaner got me 2 goals, one being a power play goal, which was that game-winning goal, and 5 shots on net for 7.3. And then Henrik Zetterberg gave me 3 assists and a power play assist and a shot on goal for 7.3. So both Patrick Kane and Henrik Zetterberg helped me out a ton that game, getting me 14.6 points. Marian Hossa once again got me an assist and a power play assist. Nyquist didn't do much that game. Scheifele got me another goal. Stafford got me a couple shots on goal and a hit. Kopitar got me a couple shots on goal. That's where they got dummied by Arizona. And then Larson, unfortunately, only got me a shot on goal and a hit. And then Corey Crawford did get that win over the Islanders. That was that game that went into overtime. And the Hawks did win that game 3-2, and he got me 4 points, 3 points for the win, and obviously 1 point for the start. So that's where I took a little bit of a big lead on Synced. And then last night, the previous night, Saturday night, where I was working all night, got a lot of good pointage from my players. Kaner once again stuck out 7.8, lots of shots on net. Zeddy, once again, 4.8. Hossa got me 2. Gustav Nyquist got me 2.5. Neil got me a couple hits there with 1.3. Leterre didn't do much. Erik Karlsson was the big one there. 2 power play assists and 3 assists total. Shots on goal and a couple hits. 9.3 points from Karlsson. Strike got me a goal and a power play goal, so 4.8 there. That's where they got dummied by Florida. 7-1 loss. He had 6 shots on goal too, which was pretty nice. And then Suter got me 2 assists, one of them being a power play assist. And then Jaromir Jagr got me 2 goals. And that totaled for 4.8. And Corey Crawford got me another win there. I don't think they added those wins in. No. Crawford didn't start that game. That was Darling that started. And then Schneider didn't even play that game against Washington. Kincaid was in that. So neither of these guys, none of my goalies started. But Synced, how'd he do? He got 9 points from Johnny Gaudreau, which was pretty decent for him. Malkin didn't do anything. Eichel didn't do anything. Foligno got him 3 points. Shattenkirk got him 3.5. Seabrook got him 4.3. And Kessel got him 2.8. So he didn't have a bad night. He had a win from Martin Jones as well. So he got 9 points from, and a shutout too. So he got a lot of points from his tendy that night, trying to compete with it. But I didn't have any of my goaltenders start, and he tried his very best to try to get back to me. But unfortunately, that was not the case. And I already had like a huge lead on him by that point, by beating him there. And then obviously the October 11th game, none of his players started, and only player I had start was Erik Karlsson. They lost to Montreal. He only got me 1 shot on goal that game for 0.3. So I ended up winning that game, like I said, as a total of 103 to 74.8, and I am currently tied for first in the EASHL division with a current record of 1-0. So this week's 2 matchups are as such. So it's me versus X-Tech. We got Miller Time Game versus BeSynced, and he's already over him by a good bit. Richard Head versus Slime. We got pop-ups right there on the screen just as thing is going. Jonathan Drouin, Conjure, and Hedman. Doesn't somebody have Drouin? Doesn't X-Tech have Drouin? I'll look at that later, I guess. But Clapperton versus Sykes. We got Deke versus Duke, and Best NHL Clips versus Spence Dangles. So starting off pretty strong here in the Fantasy League, and you guys can let me know about other players that you definitely want to see me add to my squad, because Kopitar, Larson not really working out so far. I'll show you guys the free agents list that is actually currently available right now. There you guys can see there are a lot of free agents. Got like Hemsky, JT Miller, Charlie Coyle, Hayes, Garrison. I was definitely considering picking up Jason Garrison, possibly. Dylan Larkin is another guy I might actually consider picking up, because he's on that first line with Zetterberg, so that might be another addition to my team. I might draw Kopitar, pick up Dylan Larkin if he still is playing really well. So that's a possibility there. And then, like I said, I needed some other defensemen. Like I said, Garrison is actually playing really, really well right now, so that might be something that I do add to my team. I might add Jason Garrison, maybe Dylan Larkin, drop Kopitar and Larson off. So let me know what you guys think. Like I said, there's all the free agents that are right there, so take a look at that if you can see it and tell me who to add. But there we go. There's our first weekly update for the squad of our Fantasy League, and I'll bring you guys another one next week where I show you guys the results of mine and X-Tech's matchup here in week number 2. So thanks for watching, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, let me know if you guys want to see some other stuff to add in to these videos other than just like a weekly recap. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.